Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi. I'm Jill.
And I'm Nick.
First, let's thank our sponsors at Lawrence Technological University. Possible is everything.
And let's get things started right away with Mark and what's new in movies this week.
Now cut! That is perfect, Ron Perlman. That is why you are in all my movies. Oh, hello, motion picture public. I am visionary filmmaker Guillermo del Toro, and I am honored to be awarded my very own episode of Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi. And like so many cast members, I enjoy indulging in the finer things in life, namely food. But let's keep the pace and the rhythm of the scene moving and present my latest movie. It is titled The Shape of Water, which is a lovely otherworld fairy tale about a lonely woman who works in a high-security government laboratory in 1962. And her life is changed when she discovers a secret classified experiment.
We need to take it apart, learn how it works.
What happened?
It's an animal, just keeping it tame.
The film stars Sally Hawkins, Octavia Spencer, Michael Shannon, and Richard Jenkins. I love my cast. Also coming out is the action comedy Just Getting Started, starring Men in Black's Tommy Lee Jones and The Dark Knight's Morgan Freeman. I want these guys in my next picture.
Do you men hear yourselves?
No. Well, should we? This is thrilling. Still calm? Probably just a gasoline leak.
So it's an electric car.
If you enjoy my kind of movies, then you will want to see this film coming out next year.
Fun isn't something one considers when balancing the universe. But this does put a smile on my face.
That is it this week. I must now get back to the set of my next top secret production that will certainly delight fans of monsters, ghosts, and goblins. But before that, I am entering a hot dog eating contest with Peter Jackson, and I most certainly will take his crown.
Thank you, Mark. And of course, my favorite GDT movie is Hellboy.
Oh yeah? Well, Richie actually got to talk to a hell girl.
Ooh.
It's Richie Rollins with Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi, and I'm standing here with Hellboy, who's dressed up as Megan today. How you doing? This is a nice cosplay here. What inspired you?
Definitely Ron Perlman being here.
Ah, did you talk to Ron Perlman yet?
Not yet.
How long did it take you to make this cosplay outfit?
Roughly a month. So the horns probably took about 4 days. The hand itself was put together in about 2 weeks.
What is the horns made out of?
The pink insulation foam sheets that you can get at like Home Depot.
You couldn't find real horns out in the real world?
Nah, they were too heavy.
So is it safe to say this is your favorite character?
No, I change a character every year. And then this is the newest one.
Thanks, Richie. That was a hell of an interview.
And let's keep things spicy. Shannon's here with our beer segment, and she's going to show you some Mexican-themed beers.
This segment is sponsored by Bagger Dave's, a proud supporter of local craft beer. Stop in today for the best damn burger and beer.
Hey, it's Shannon. Today I'm toasting Guillermo del Toro. He deserves a few glasses raised in his honors. He is one of the best Mexican-American directors. For this, I chose a couple Mexican-inspired beers. First up, I have El Goza from Avery Brewing. In reality, a Goza is a German-style sour ale, but Avery added a bit of Mexican flair to the label artwork. Just like Guillermo, this beer is timeless with a twist of zest from the sea salt and lime added. How could we ever forget the scene in Hellboy 2 when Hellboy and Abe get super sentimental, listening to romantic music while drinking a dozen Tecate? At 3.9%, you could have a few, but even Hellboy ended up a bit drunk. This light beer is crystal clear with a citrus flavor and aroma. Next time you watch Hellboy, be sure to crack a few Tecate. Last but certainly not least, I have El Rojo from Griffin Claw Brewing Company. This bronze medal winning El Rojo Red Ale has a malty roasted flavor profile. The can features a Mexican gunslinging cowboy that is almost as dark and badass as Guillermo. That's all the beer I have for this week. Now sit down, crack open one of these beers, and enjoy Pan's Labyrinth for me.
Thank you, Shannon. Those look very tasty.
They sure do. Now it's time for our first commercial break. Stick around, we'll be back with more Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi.
Out of all the burger and beer joints, you walk into this one. Good call, because now you're face to face with the best burger you'll ever have. Handcrafted, locally sourced, and grilled to perfection. Bagger Dave's. Locals wanted.
Hey fellas, these Howie's specials with Cajun crust must be yours. So, where's the game?
There's no game.
Hungry Howie's, how may I help you? Yeah, I can't.
These guys again? Well, at least they don't have an air horn.
Flavor fanatics love us because we make our dough fresh daily and have meal deals for any budget. Hungry? Howie's! Flavor fanatics welcome.
I want a career in robotics and automation, so I chose Lawrence Tech for its first in Michigan robotics engineering program. LTU's brand new STEM complex has a robotics lab where we can design, build, and program robots in a creative atmosphere. And the best thing is, I haven't graduated yet, but I already have a job in my field. I know I made the right choice for my career. Lawrence Tech, possible is everything.
Welcome back to Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi. Well, while I'm holding down the fort, Nick's having cherry pie and damn fine coffee.
Hey everybody, this is Nick, and we are out here in sunny California, Los Angeles to be exact, and we're out at the pop-up Double R Diner celebrating the release of the Twin Peaks The Return Blu-ray. It's loaded with extras, all in high definition.
It's very strange, isn't it? This thing, Blue Velvet, 25 years later, and it's a very strange thing.
And don't forget, Twin Peaks fans, in addition to the Blu-ray, Mark Frost's second Twin Peaks novel, The Finley Dossier, is now available. And it fills in gaps between seasons 2 and 3 and answers a few questions about season 3 as well. Be sure to check it out.
Thanks, Nick. One of the many stars to appear in Twin Peaks The Return is Ernie Hudson of Ghostbusters fame. Well, Richie had a chance to talk to him.
Well, this is Richie Rollins from Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi, and we're standing next to one of our favorite Ghostbusters, Ernie Hudson. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing very good. Richie, how you doing?
I'm doing great. So do you like coming to these Comic-Cons?
I do like coming to Comic-Cons. It gives me a chance to get out of Hollywood, meet the people who actually see the movies, the fans who, it's just always great. It's a lot of fun. A couple of days of people letting go and putting on their favorite costumes and just showing up. And we just, it's a blessing for us to get a chance to meet people.
You work in a lot of mediums, film, television, and voice. Do you have a preference which one you like the best?
Well, yeah, I like to work. I like to make, I'm a dad. I got 4 sons. I've always had family, so I had kids in diapers, kids in college. You got to make a living. If it's comedy, you got to be funny. If it's dramatic, you got to make them cry. If they want you to dance, you got to sing, you got to do whatever to make a living. I'm prepared to be doing it for the rest of my life. It's been 50 years now, but I'm still blessed to be working.
Throughout your illustrious career, do you have a favorite character you really love playing?
I did the Great White Hope on stage, and that was a perfect total character. I haven't found that in film yet. So if I look at my film work, I love the character in Congo, I love the character in The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, I love the character in The Crow. There's been a few that I've really enjoyed playing.
Thanks, Richie. Now we're going to do a snack pairing with Popchips and comic books. And who better to do it than Brad and Q?
Hey, it's the Bradcast, and we're here with a little taste test food pairing. That's right. When we read comic books, we gotta have our snacks. We're looking at some really tasty sea salt pop chips. They're not fried, they got plenty of salt, and they crunch. All I could think of was a really nice Namor book, maybe something from the Defenders.
Well, instead of Namor, you go get you a good book and get Aquaman.
We need salty snacks, we need a salty hero, we need Namor. And our next snack up for bids is Pop Chips Sour Cream and Onion. What do you think, Q?
Oh my God.
Good, bad?
This is really good.
Yeah?
I know we've only tasted 2, but this might be my favorite one after 2. With the sour cream and onion, you got 2 different kind of flavors going on here. So I think I will pair this with a Batman comic when he's fighting Two-Face. Because I can see the contrast. You got your smooth sour cream and you got your tangy onion. Oh my God, this is just amazing. What's the next flavor, Brad?
Buffalo Ranch. I've been waiting for this one. Little spicy, little smooth. This is very tasty. I'm thinking some Jean Grey Phoenix for the fire. Hey, the next flavor up for bids has ridges. What is it, Q?
Cheddar and sour cream. Let's give this a try.
Okay. Crunchy.
Cheesy. You know what? It reminds me of that cheesy Batman villain, the Condiment King.
The guy with the
ketchup and the... Eat them with these very cheesy sour cream and cheddar chips. Keeping it cheesy with cheesy villains and cheesy chips. So what's our next flavor, Brad?
Looks like barbecue. Let's give this baby a test. Oh, that's like down home, man. I can taste the brown sugar, the onion, the garlic, paprika. I'm thinking this is gonna be a great matchup with a Power Man book.
And that's Luke Cage for all you newcomers.
I think this will go really well with Luke and all the gang. And the next time you're reading some books, you need some snacks, go to the store and pick up some Popchips. Doesn't matter what flavor, they're all good and they'll go with any book you're reading. This has been the Bradcast and
the Q.
And we'll crunch you next time.
Thanks, guys. Well, now we have to go to our next commercial break, but before we go, make sure you plug into our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and we'll be right back with more comics, beer, and sci-fi.
I want to be a dermatologist, and though a lot of universities tried to recruit me for basketball, Lawrence Tech had the science curriculum that I wanted. LTU's Southfield campus is a great place to learn, and the classes are small enough that I don't have to wait for office hours to talk to my professors. They're usually right by my side, challenging me and guiding me toward a successful future. Lawrence Tech, possible is everything.
It's Brittany G here at Able Ideas Comic Book Production Company, where we bring your ideas to life. Come check out our Birmingham office and see how we do here at Able Ideas.
Okay guys, you're almost there, but we need to make it look more real. It needs to pop off the page and grab you. Let's make it happen.
Let's go drop in on the art team.
Art team, our clients want more realism.
No! Wait!
Well, guys, hope you enjoyed checking us out. Make sure you follow us on social media. Able Ideas with a Z on Instagram, YouTube, and check out our website, ableideas.com. Make sure you order your comic books, and I gotta get out of here. Bye, guys!
Here's to the tradesmen, the service techs, the installers, the HVAC guys and women, the ones that work with their hands and take pride in keeping the rest of us comfortable. They succeed with hard work and don't have much respect for those that don't. They embody the grit of their city while quietly enjoying the American dream. Here's to the drink after work tasting even better, because they know it was earned. We don't frost brew our beer, and hot chicks won't appear if you drink it. Our beer doesn't come in a bow tie shaped can or need color indicators to tell you it's cold. It won't be delivered by Clydesdale horses, and to tell you the truth, we aren't the most interesting people in the world. Fact of the matter is, we don't tell stories. We just let our beer do the talking.
Welcome back to Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi, everybody. Let's go out to the LA Comic-Con right now, where Joe Johnson had a chance to check out Star Cars, a group of Hollywood car aficionados.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with
Jerry Kaysen.
Jerry, tell me about this beautiful car you have here behind you.
Well, I've had this car for about 16 years now. When I first got it, it was parakeet yellow. I had it painted and the interior done at the same time. So what you see there, it's been that way for the last 15 years.
Jerry's Custom Herbie is just one of many cars that make up Star Cars Central, a group of owners and builders of cars featured in your favorite movies and television shows. Based in Hollywood, California, Star Cars Central has over 100 members and was founded in 2003 by Nate Truman, who owns several Star Cars himself, including a replica of the original TV Batmobile. The group's members take part in parades and events throughout the year, including Stan Lee's LA Comic-Con, where several cars were on display, including this stunning replica of the Ecto-1 from Ghostbusters, made from a rare 1959 Cadillac ambulance. Sometimes Star Cars Central's members are invited to take part in special events like a red carpet movie premiere.
Disney, Herbie Fully Loaded, the last one that came out, I was invited along with my daughter. She has a 71. It's painted pink, and it's got the stripes with it, and that's Herbelina, Herbie's little sister. But yeah, we were invited because it was the Herbie movie, and they had a whole bunch of them lined up.
One thing is for certain, wherever these cars appear, crowds gather to gawk and take photos, even a car that first appeared on screen 50 years ago.
Every 10 to 12 years, they come out with a new movie. So that's his staying power for the last 45 years.
Right, thank you very much. This is Joe Johnson for Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi.
Thank you, Joe. Awesome cars. My favorite's the Jurassic Park vehicle. Well, let's go over to Samantha with this week's video game segment.
What's up, fellow gamers? I'm at the opening night at the Nintendo Art Gallery at the Phoenix Cafe. All right, Steve, will you tell me a little bit about this Nintendo event that's going on tonight?
Yeah, my friend Victor Moon, he wanted to do like some kind of event where there's a Super Smash Brothers thing, there's some Nintendo art.
Pretty much I thought there were a lot of people out there that are really into gaming and Nintendo that wanted an outlet for both their art and to come as a conglomerate and get together and do gaming.
And I'm here with Andy. He's one of the artists that are here at the show. Tell me a little bit about this art piece that's right behind us back here.
I used to play Nintendo video games, and one of them that I really liked was Zelda. Instead of making Link look really young, I decided to go more like older, battle-worn Link. It's still got that light and darkness with Ganondorf.
I knew that like there was enough people in the community that would like geek out on the Nintendo art, and it was gonna be awesome. It was just, we knew it was gonna be fun. Like, we love the cosplay, we love all that stuff.
Can you tell me who you're dressed up as and why you dressed up as them tonight?
I cosplay at every given chance. I have a whole room full of costumes. I knew what I wanted to wear, and I finished the last touches on it this morning.
This may be an oldie, but it's still a goodie. It's Super Smash Brothers. This game has a mixture of all your favorite characters from Mario and even from Pokemon. The one I'm specifically talking about is the one I played on Nintendo 64. But of course, they came out with other ones like Super Smash Bros. Melee, which came out on the GameCube, and Super Smash Bros. Brawl, which came out on the Wii. These games are my favorite fighting games because there is a lot going on. You can choose your favorite character, there's multiple players, and you simply try to knock your opponent off the stage or screen. Some of the great characters that players can choose from are Mario, Yoshi, Samus, Link, Donkey Kong, and Pikachu. So break out those old systems and challenge your friends to a duel. So until next time, this has been Samantha with Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi. Happy gaming.
Thank you, Samantha. Very cool. And now it's time to put the comics into Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi. Here's this week's comic book segment.
Hey, Comic Book Casey coming at you from Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi. We are currently in Los Angeles. We are in Meltdown Comics. This is the largest retailer in comic book, right? In the comic
West Coast.
On the West Coast.
Yeah.
All right, so we're in the right place.
Oh, yeah.
All right, and this is Adam. He is the book manager for Meltdown Comics.
Hey, guys, how's it going?
Man, I'm seeing a bunch of indie comics. I'm seeing a bunch of independent books, very unique collectible books. I mean, you got some really cool stuff here.
Yeah, you know, we like to showcase as much of this industry as we can. We love to support as much as we can. So yeah, we try to have as wide a selection as possible. We dip into like Fantagraphics, into First Second, into Humanoids, all amazing publishers telling really great stories. There are more stories to be told than people punching each other in the face. We do also have a pretty nice local artist selection. So like people from LA just come here. We sell their books for them. We get the names out there.
Showing them the love for the independent artists.
We also do a thing called Meltthology, where people come and pay about $3, I think, and work on a page. We throw it together in a zine and sell it, and it's just a great way for people to network.
What is the most popular selling books in the entire store?
Let's go publisher by publishers. From DC, obviously Batman is your biggest seller because it's Batman, you know? Nobody beats Batman. From Marvel, it definitely falls between, I'd say, like Spidey and whatever movie or TV show related book is happening at the time.
So you notice the book sales increase or decrease based on which movie's out.
Oh yeah, or like when the Netflix show drops, everyone's coming here looking for Defenders.
Even people that aren't even real comic book fans are now becoming comic book fans thanks to these movies, thanks to Netflix, thanks to Disney, thanks to Warner Brothers.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. We'll have to check some of those out. And don't forget to follow us on YouTube for additional content. And now it's time for our final commercial break. We'll be right back with more Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi. Join the pop side with new Popchips Star Wars Galaxy Puffs, the perfect intergalactic treat for the Star Wars lover in all of us. These aged white cheddar pop puffs come in a variety of shapes, are gluten-free, non-GMO, and made with real cheese. Take your snacking into hyperspace. Find all of Popchips' great flavors in your local Kroger.
I want to blend my business education and athletic skills and open my own fitness center. At Lawrence Tech, I'm learning how to research, present, and to really think like an entrepreneur. And I love the small college feel here, where there's always something to do. We have men's and women's intercollegiate sports and dozens of student organizations. I can't wait to apply what I'm learning here in the real world. Lawrence Tech, possible is everything.
When every seat in the house looks like this, there are no bad seats. Pull up a chair and get face-to-face with the best burger you'll ever have. Bagger Dave's, locals wanted.
When you graduate from Northwestern Tech, heating and cooling companies take notice. And getting noticed is nice, but even better when it comes with respect.
With a demand for HVAC techs and the type of money you can make in this industry, skilled tradespeople are getting the respect that they deserve.
Hands-on training, experienced instructors, and thousands of Northwestern Tech graduates.
In just 10.5 months, you can have the career and the respect you deserve.
Northwestern Tech, the HVAC school that works.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the final portion of our show. What's up next, Nick?
Well, one of our favorite science fiction comedies of the 80s is Weird Science, and Q had a chance to talk to one of the stars.
This is the Q from Comics Beer and Sci-Fi. I'm here with Miss Kelly LeBrock from Weird Science. So, tell me, what do you like most about coming to these Comic-Cons?
Meeting cute people like you. You're adorable.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have to stay professional. You had a chance to work with Gene Wilder. Tell me what that was like.
Gene Wilder, like I said at the memorial, was like my father in film. He was so nurturing and loving and kind, and to do a film with Willy Wonka, hello? Yes. How extraordinary is that?
Yes.
I mean, I grew up watching him, and I actually just went to a memorial that Mel Brooks put on for him 2 weeks ago, and it was really touching to see how everybody loved Gene, and his cousins and all his family were there, and his wife Karen, and Mel Brooks still has it.
Does he?
He does. He's all intact.
And he still got it.
Yeah, he told me, hey, listen, sorry kid, but I have to go mingle.
So you got to reunite with the cast. Everyone's here. So what was that like, seeing everybody again?
I love my boys. I will always love my boys, and I will always take care of them. I feel very maternal and protective of them, little
That means you'll turn anybody in here into a slug, right, if you have to?
Or worse.
Or worse. I wore out my auntie's VHS, and she still hates me for it.
Well, I don't hate you because you're beautiful.
She just called me beautiful.
Thanks, Q. Wow, she still looks great. Where did you go? Did you get lost?
Well, I was at the Great Lakes Comic Expo, and I got Land of the Lost.
Marshall, Will, and Holly on a routine expedition in the greatest earthquake ever known.
High on the rapids, it struck their tiny raft.
Plunged him down 1,000 feet below to the land of the lost. Lost. All right, hey everybody, it's Nick here at Great Lakes Comic-Con in Madison Heights, and I am here with some great fan favorites. This is Wesley Ure, who played Will on the original Land of the Lost, and this is Philip Paley, who played Chaka, the sort of cave boy on the show. So now the show was pioneering in special effects. Is that correct in terms of did you use rear projection or green screens, or wasn't it one of the first shows to utilize this kind of technology?
We had two sound stages. One was a lagoon and a jungle and the exterior of a cave. The second was half it was the interior of a cave, and the other was all painted blue. It was blue screen, not green screen back then.
You didn't just get cast as a human, you got cast as, what did they tell you that Chaka was, and how did you sort of prepare for the physical demands of that role?
Well, I was already prepared for the physical demands of the role. That's why I got the role, because was a young black belt. So I could pretty much do anything physically they needed me to do. What I wasn't prepared for is that I was having to learn a completely different language that I would have to speak every day. And so I had to learn my lines in a different made-up language.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you. Have a great time, guys.
Good job, Nick. That looked like a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun, and the actor who played Chaka was so nice, and I felt a little guilty because as a little kid when I watched the show, that Chaka character used to annoy me.
Well, let's go to our own Chaka to annoy all of you. Here's Richie with home videos.
Hey! It's your boy, Richie Rollins. And we all know that Guillermo del Toro makes some great movies, but he also has a couple of great TV shows that are new to home video. Hey Denver, roll that footage. Available now is the first season of his animated children's series, Troll Hunters. This collection includes all 26 episodes plus behind the scenes with the filmmaker. And season 2 starts next week.
Master Jim!
Also next week is the 4th and final season of The Strain, which is based on the book series from Del Toro and Chuck Hogan. The Strain is a great blend of action and horror, so make sure you check it out.
What are you doing here?
Waiting for you. The big new release this week is Kingsman: The Golden Circle. This follow-up to the 2014 film based on the Mark Millar comic book finds Eggsy joining forces with his American counterparts from The Statesman.
Skipping rope? It's a lasso. Whatever.
This will be available on DVD, Blu-ray, 4K, and streaming. Last up this week is Wolf Warrior 2. This Chinese action flick is one of 2017's biggest global hits, making more money than Wonder Woman and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. If you love old school, over-the-top action, this is for you. Well, that's it for this week. I'll catch you next time. Oh, Shannon, I need a beer. That really hurt. Would someone please massage it? Jill, Brad, come on, Brad, please. Oh, I need your hands.
Thanks, Richie. You know we love you.
And we love all of you too. We've reached the end of another episode of Comics, Beer, and Sci-Fi. We want to thank our sponsor, Lawrence Technological University. Possible is everything.
And make sure you stay tuned in next week. It's time for our annual Star Wars episode.
Watch it, you will.
The Force Awakens.
Perfect.